How's it going, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Yesterday was the Champions League fixture between Manchester City and Atletico Madrid. Manchester City ended up winning that tie 1-0. It was at the Etihad, so that's how I'm kind of feeling because yeah, we got the win. That's good. Going into Atletico up is always good, but I was hoping for more of a cushion. I was hoping for like a 2-0 at least, up by 2 goals, because there is no away goals this time. So now that we don't have it, I feel like this is a game we would like to have it, because that would force Atletico to go out and get 2 goals, but it's fine. I like it better this way just because I always feel hard done by when you lose by that rule. Anyways, getting off sidetracked. This is my match reaction. These are my thoughts. I know I'm a little late, but I got to sleep on it, and yeah, let's get into it. So why I'm not too psyched about this is because I feel like we should have done more. I know it's hard to score goals against this Atletico side, especially when they have everyone in the back. I mean, I'll show you a picture, but they literally had everyone in the back, all 11 guys defending. And they are getting criticized for it. I don't mind it though. Come from the Etihad only down 1-0, I think is a win for them. I know a lot of people were saying, this isn't football. What are they doing? What are they playing? They didn't even try to go win the game. I think they did have sort of a plan to go out and maybe nick a goal, but obviously they were just hoping not to get scored on by that much. And I don't think it's that bad because we've seen before they can take it back to their home and they can really cause problems for teams. I mean, we've seen it with Liverpool. I mean, I think they were tied with Liverpool, or maybe Liverpool might have been up by 1 or something, and they ended up winning the second leg at home. Or was that at Liverpool? I don't remember. They ended up winning the second leg 3-1. So they definitely have it in them to cause some problems. So this is why I don't really mind, and I'm not going to criticize Simone so much for defending with 11 guys. I mean, is it a little extreme? I do think so. I do think, you can definitely maybe defend with 8 or 9 and send at least 2 players up to try something. And they did have an opportunity, but other than that, I think they only got off 1 or 2 shots off. So yeah, not necessarily what you want, but like I said, only to be down 1-0 going back to your home, I bet they feel pretty good about that. Now, on to Manchester City. Why I'm a little disappointed with Manchester City is because, like I said before, they didn't really change much. I mean, for 65 minutes, it was the same thing, and it was pretty annoying to watch. And typically, I would blame this on Pep, which I think a lot of it has to go on. I'm going to blame the players here too, because they just weren't up to it either. I know De Bruyne ended up getting a player of the match for getting the goal, but honestly, I thought he had not a great game. I wouldn't say bad, but yeah, actually, I'm gonna say it wasn't great. It was yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And that was for a lot of Manchester City players. No one was really up to their game, and that's what's frustrating me. Is yes, do I believe was I frustrated from seeing the same thing from Manchester City? Yeah, I was tired of it. I wanted them to do something different, like we've seen versus Southampton, but they didn't, and that was frustrating. But what was also more annoying is just seeing, like Joe Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne, all these players just not be able to complete a pass, and just too many mistakes from them. That was so frustrating because even though they were doing very well defensively, there was a couple times we could have got at them, and we just didn't. There was no pace to the game. There was no intensity going forward. There were so many times where Atletico did well to win the ball, and they would start pushing up, because that's the thing with Atletico, is that when they all defend, but when they do push up, I did see a couple times that they all do push up at the same time. They're always a unit, which is what you want from a team. And there was a couple times we took it off them quickly, or we had an opportunity to really attack them and go at them, and we just didn't. Players weren't pinging that ball forward, really running with pace. We would maybe ping it to the outside, and we would cut back, play it back to one of the defenders or Rodri, and then we allowed Atletico to set up again with that 11-man defense, and it was so annoying. I mean, man, the positioning, the runs it just wasn't clicking. Manchester City weren't clicking. And that's what was very frustrating, from the game plan to the players just not being able to get passes off, make that final ball, get that final pass. It was very frustrating to see as a Manchester City fan, and I was really worried. But then, where I do have to give credit to is Pep and the 3 subs he made. A lot of people are saying Phil Foden should be starting, and I would mostly agree with that. But I think it was good to have some fresh legs, especially someone like Phil Foden who can really get at defenders and really cause problems. So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind that he didn't start. Do I believe he should start the next one? Probably, because I do think that we could maybe finish off the tie by the next first half. I didn't mind it. The subs were great. They were perfect. Bringing in Jack Grealish, who was really getting into the heads of Atletico Madrid defenders. They were really starting to beat him up. I'm surprised none of them got a red card for what they were doing. They were molesting Jack Grealish. But yeah, Phil Foden did his thing, and that's it. That's it. If you're Pep Guardiola, that's what you got to be looking at. And honestly, all Man City players, Sterling, Mahrez, De Bruyne, whoever is in that attacking side, look what Phil Foden did as soon as he finally just turned. He got the ball, he turned, and he went at them. He went at them, and literally his first contribution in the game got an assist. That's what I'm hoping Man City players are realizing after this game. Players like Sterling, players like Mahrez, go at him a little more. You guys are so good at dribbling and beating guys, so why weren't you doing it more? Phil Foden finally turned, went at him, laid it off to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne thankfully finished that off. Beautiful finish, tight finish, and we finally got the goal. Literally the first time Phil Foden got the ball, he contributed. And then later on, Jack Grealish getting into the heads, riling up the Atletico players. We saw a lot from them. And then Phil Foden, after the goal, did it again. He went on that right side, had some beautiful feet, some beautiful footwork, beautiful dribbling skills, got around them, got onto that right side of the goal, and created a lot of chances. But that again is where we have something to critique. So Phil Foden, beautiful feet from him. The positioning from Man City players was so off. I'm gonna show you a picture when Phil Foden did that 1-2 around 2 defenders. And yeah, look at the positioning from Jack Grealish, Gabriel Jesus. They were in the net, and I know I was giving them credit. But they just happened to be the ones who really stuck out on that play. But it's from everyone. I mean, Gundogan does the same. Mahrez, Sterling, anybody, Bernardo, they all do the same. It's oh man, I'm gonna show you the picture. They were literally in the net. Phil Foden was trying to play it across that PK area to the top, to the middle of the danger zone, where there's just someone that can hit it in, and there was no one. There was absolutely no one. Bernardo Silva was right behind him. De Bruyne was kind of towards the top of the box, and then literally Jack Grealish and Jack Grealish and Jesus were literally in the net. Where are you gonna get a goal from there? Unless he chips it over and you literally just stand there for it to hit off your body, where are you gonna get a goal from that? And that's what's very frustrating too. I mean, we've seen that from so many times for the Man City players. The positioning of them is just it's almost non-existent sometimes. And that's where I know where we need to get a striker or somebody who can make those runs, because a lot of times, and this was throughout most of the game, a lot of times Man City forwards go like this, right? I'll try to get a picture to show a more clear picture of it in your head, but they're mostly like this. So Mahrez and Sterling, who started the game, were out on the outsides in the corners, and when they would get the ball, they would typically, for the most part, just pass it back, which was frustrating. But when they finally did decide to maybe play a ball to De Bruyne or Bernardo, that little cross the ball towards the end of the sideline, not the sideline, but the out of bounds, the goalie line, whatever that line is called, Bruyne or Bernardo Silva would ping a ball across the PK area, and no one would be there because everybody's like this. Our runners are at the top of the box. Everybody's basically in the same area. And I'm just like, okay, cool. If that's how you want to be, then De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva need to pick their heads up and play it to that area. But like I said, everybody's like this. So no one was in that PK area. And it was so frustrating. It's like, yo, first of all, there has to be someone there. Someone has to be making that run. You can't all be in the same area. And that's what frustrates me the most, is that when you look at it again, our players are always in the same area. So we're not really causing much of a threat. We're making it easier for them to defend, because all we need to do is all the opposition needs to do is just put a couple defenders there in front of them to deflect the pass or deflect the shot. And then another thing is that, okay, if that's how it's going to be, after playing that ball a couple times and no one being there, next time De Bruyne or Mars or whoever is giving that ball, pick your head up and check to see where your players are. Because obviously they haven't been reliable enough for them to be in that danger zone where you've been playing it constantly. So yeah, a lot of things, and I feel like they just weren't using their heads. Like I feel like some of this is like common sense, and we're at the biggest stage, the Champions League, what we're so desperate for, and some of them were just very off their game, making very, very silly mistakes. So that's what was frustrating me. But I'm not gonna try to be super negative here. We got the result. It was a good goal. But yeah, I hope Pep realizes that we got to get at them more. There has to be more intensity, especially going forward. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see Man City really get at them, especially when they make a mistake and they don't have 11 guys behind the ball. But good thing is, going to the second leg, is that we do got a goal, so that does forces Atletico Madrid to go get one. And that's where I believe we can really get at them. That's where I want to see more intensity and more of that, because they're going to have to open up. They're going to be more open the next game. Not saying that they can't get a three, get a couple goals. They definitely have it in them to do that. But I do feel a little confident that we can really get at them if we don't play like we did the last game. If we have players in like Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, and Mahrez who can really get at players. And yeah, that's where I think we can pick up a goal or two here to really finish off this tie. But yeah, other than that, let me know what you guys think. A lot more content coming. I'll be coming in with the Liverpool predictions, more match reactions, second leg of the Champions League. A lot more content to be coming. There's a big couple weeks for Man City, season defining. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comments about the game. Let me know if you think Man City have it in the bag, or let me know if you think Atletico is exactly what Atletico wanted, and they're gonna. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. And yeah, I'll see you next time.